many of us are so much looking forward to travel again after being on lockdown because of the pandemic. Other countries have also opened up their borders to Filipinos, including one of Asia's major travel hubs, Singapore. The city-state is starting to ease travel rules, and it's launching the new vaccinated travel lanes program with several countries, and that includes the Philippines, and the lanes will start tomorrow, March 4th. So what do we need to remember when going to Singapore? Joining us now is Ruby Liu. She's the Area Director for the Philippines of the Singapore Tourism Board. Good morning, Ruby. Thanks for joining us. Now, first of all, like all over the world, tourism has been affected by the pandemic. How has tourism in Singapore been affected?
Yes, so during the pandemic, it was really quite tough for the tourism sector in Singapore. And that's why we are super excited to be launching the VTL program with the Philippines. So we hope that that will give us an improvement in the situation.
All right, well, let's talk about the VTL program. It sounds very exciting, and I think all of us are looking forward to a little bit of travel and are certainly going to be taking advantage of this. Tell us a little bit more, a few more of the details.
All right. So the VTL is named, it stands for Vaccinated Travel Lane. So there are 5 key steps when a traveler wants to apply for the VTL. First, the traveler should be vaccinated with at least 2 vaccine shots, and they should have their vaccination cert ready. So before traveling, they would have to do an online application, and they will need to submit their vaccination cert online. Once that is approved, they can make a booking online with all the major airlines that fly to Singapore. But one thing to be very careful about is that they should ensure that they book a VTL flight. So on the airline website, it will be labeled whether the flight is a VTL flight. So it is very important to book the correct flight. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a VTL travel. So once the VTL flight is booked, so that means that the traveler, when they reach Singapore, they need not serve a quarantine. So that means that they will be able to enjoy their holiday much more easily. And 2 last things to remember before traveling. One is that the traveler should purchase insurance to ensure that they are taken care of during the trip. And lastly, before they set off, they would be required to take an ART test 2 days beforehand. So with these 5 key steps, Singapore warmly welcomes Filipino travelers to visit us via the VTL.
Very exciting. So really the salient points here is, a quarantine stay is no longer something that you need to, take into account. It's no longer part of your accounting for your holiday if you are going to be traveling. However, you do need to be fully vaccinated, and like you said, make sure that you are booking a VTL flight first and foremost. There is a checklist though that you do need to go through. What specific documents do we need to have with us, or do we need to log on and pre-register on a website?
Actually, the most important document is just your vaccination certificate. Apart from that, the application process is really quite easy and fast. And those who are interested can find out more from visitsingapore.com.
Awesome. Okay, any other tips that you might have for people who are going to be traveling? Special incentives perhaps for people who are going to be taking advantage of the VTL?
Well, actually, so the VTL opens tomorrow, and what I know is all the major airlines flying to Singapore will actually have very attractive deals and promotions. So do stay tuned and check out their websites to find out more.
Very exciting stuff. Okay, we're all looking forward to more travel. Thank you so much, Ruby Liu from the Singapore Tourism Board, Philippines.